When people talk about delusional athletes, that always makes me scratch my head, because every champion that I've met, and any athlete really that becomes really great, they always start out as delusional, because they have these, ideas of not only the improbable but the impossible that they shouldn't have by logic. And basically, this is a necessity to become great, because it is a very improbable thing to become the greatest at any one thing. So if you use logic and do the math, then there's no point in even trying. And to be abnormal, which it is to be number one, you have to be not normal. There is no way to be a normal person and accidentally become the greatest at anything. Sometimes when I've coached people, especially in diet and training, I've heard them say things like, well, you gotta live a little as well. And I'm always like, no, you don't actually, and not if you absolutely want to reach your goals. Then, the focus needs to be delusional and abnormal and insane as well. Any champion has unreal abilities to prioritize their cause above all. And I remember, for me, of course, I'm not, a world champion or anything like that, but I have won a couple of national championships, and I structured my entire life around it. I only took jobs that didn't disturb my training, half-time, part-time. I made sure to sleep like 13 hours a day, because I thought, well, it did work better than 10 hours of sleep. So I slept 13 hours. And, over and over and over, champions visualize their win before it happens, to the point where when you win, it's just not even exciting anymore, because you've already won 1,000 times, 1,000,000 times in your head. And this sort of manifestation is a very important thing when trying to become great, because, like I said, you don't stumble upon it. You have to actually believe it. And a different thing is, how champions interpret losses is that it's simply a setback, simply an obstacle to overcome over and over and over again. And it is a natural thing in your journey to becoming great. There is absolutely no way to not fail over and over when becoming great. Like I said in another video, Michael Jordan has lost more basketball games than most people have even played basketball, right? And then there's the, most important thing perhaps, which is the mental endurance of these insane athletes, that there's never really any doubt or thinking about stopping. There's no off button, because in their head they are delusional to the point where they think that they will eventually get it, even if it's completely irrational. I remember when I started out bench pressing, I benched like 60, 70 kilos when I was 15, but I actually didn't go all the way down, which makes it a lot easier. But then and then I was like, well, I'm gonna become a world champion. And after a year or two, I benched like 110 kilos. So I was like, well, I just need to keep this rate going, and within 3 or 4 years I will win a national championship, and in 6 years I'll win worlds. And it is a delusional mindset, because that's not how it works at all. It takes a lot longer to gain kilos when you are stronger. So going from 70 to 110 is a lot easier than going from 110 to 150. And had I known that, Had I not been so delusional, then perhaps I would have given up. But for me, it was only a matter of time. I saw this victory before myself, long before it was even close to reality. And because of that, I never gave up and I never stopped, even though logically I should have, perhaps. Because I'm not really built to be a bench press champion. I was always a little bit too tall for my weight class. I am 174 centimeters, and I competed in, the 74 kilo weight class. So everyone else was a head shorter than me on the same weight, and my arms are too long. And if I was, to give myself some sort of analysis, can this person become a bench press champion? I would have said no, you should do something else actually. But that doesn't matter at all compared to being completely obsessed, completely focused, and completely convinced that you will become great, because you will do so much more than everyone else and optimize every little detail. And some people, when talking about protein, they talk about how much is enough. And the answer is usually something like 2 grams per kilo body weight or whatever. But a champion is completely dissatisfied with that answer. They ask, how much protein should I take? And they don't want to know the minimum or what is great or good. They want to know, at what point does it stop helping at all? If I gotta take 500 grams of protein and the last 100 grams still gives me something, they will do it. So it's a completely different mindset. And if you are not delusional, you will never become a champion. So I respect athletes who are delusional, because they always go a lot further than the ones that are, logical and try to live life as it is. Anyway, have a great Sunday, everyone. I will see you tomorrow for Motivation Monday. Goodbye. And please like and subscribe. Please do it.
Det var Pers magnet. Ready go.